again, one more time, and again. And I'll keep coming. I'll keep showing up until you guys kick me out forever. All jokes apart, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Just thank you for coming tonight. And tonight is a special night because tomorrow is my birthday. So I decided to take a day off today and tomorrow so I can enjoy my birthday. And, I wanted to give you guys a gift, and I will break down my last track eventually, which is available on Spotify, so you can check it out. So here's the cover art right here. If you're on YouTube, is to the left, but if you're on Instagram or TikTok, is up here. So go check it out, after this, obviously, because I'm going to spend a few minutes here showing you guys how I actually made the song. And it's not every day that I see producers doing that, where they break down every single aspect of their songs. And, well, I hope you guys enjoy. And we'll wait a few minutes more to some people to show up. And we're going to get started right away. Before that, I just want to make sure you guys... what I was going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. So it wasn't important at all. What I was going to say? It wasn't important at all. It's probably... It doesn't matter. But yeah. And how you guys doing? Just let me know here in the comments. How's everybody doing? It's 7 p.m., 7:30 here in LA. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited to break down my latest track eventually. Breaking down my latest track. Let me know if you guys have any comments here. All right, let's get started. So I want to get started with the name of the song. It's funny because the first name of almost every song that I make, oh my god, I bumped to the mic, sorry. Almost every single time that I start a song, I put like a temporary name on the session, and it never, I would say 90% of the time, it doesn't end up being that name. In this case, it had two temporary names. The first name of this song was Da Funk, which, what the funk? It was because I started kind of dabbing in funk. I don't know if you guys know that style, that genre of music called funk. Not funk, neither funk. It's funk, Phonk. And I was just curious how producers make that type of music. So I started going after tutorials on YouTube and things like that, and I just got interested. And I think I learned how to make like the main sound that producers use, like the cowbell, like ting ting ting, And then from the cowbell, I started just playing with that sound, and then it became my main riff. It became my main melody, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute. But that's how basically I started that song. And from a sound, from trying to learn a new sound of a new genre of music, which is funk. Long story short, after that, I start putting some samples, some vocal samples in it. Like, I think I can start breaking down for you guys. I'm gonna break down like from elements like the drums, the bass, synths, and effects and samples at the end. But this is my session. It's a pretty tight session. I think it's one of my tightest sessions, to be honest. My tightest sessions, like 63 tracks, which is not impressive. And that's something I've been working more and more is to simplify more. I used to create tracks with like 200 tracks, and I thought it was really cool that I have like these big ass sessions. And these days I'm trying to always simplify. Sometimes I also bounce and play sounds, so in combined sounds as well. So, and I do that to commit. I like to commit to a sound from the beginning instead of, I think I can find a better sound. I mean, you can always find a better sound, but that doesn't mean that that's gonna be good. But that's what I did in this one. I started from producing this funk melody. I'm gonna show you the synth right here, right now. Let me just take the cover art out of the thing here, because I don't need to show you guys this. Bam. Okay, cool. So let's start breaking down. Let's go with I'm gonna play the song actually, so you guys can see what's up. Can you guys hear? Let me know in the comments. This is the sound I was telling you. Yep, it's coming. Anytime. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Coming. But eventually, I'll get there. Cool, so that's the song. And I'll start with the drums. Okay, let's map out here. Let's solo out, and let's go with the chorus, the drop, which is where most of the elements are, so it's easier to break down here. Here on my drums, I have pretty simple drums. I have like 8 channels of drums, which is pretty uncommon for electronic music. People like to add a lot of stuff. And in my case, I try to keep it simple. I try to keep it clean and direct to the point. It's just one groove. It doesn't go too crazy with the groove as well. You can see here there's a kick. I'm gonna start with a kick. This is a big ass kick. Oops, I saw everything. So that's the kick. Oh yeah, actually this is a loop, so I didn't even get a a snare separately. That's how lazy I was with this song. Yeah, it's like a loop. So yeah, if you see here, and instead of breaking down everything, because I like the balance of that loop, you know, sometimes what I do, I cut it off, I chop it off all the loop, and I separate the elements so I can control them better, you know, compress them differently, EQ them differently. But in this case, I really like the way it sounded like by itself. One thing that I'm doing here, the only thing that I'm doing actually is just sending to a parallel drums channel that I have the Drummer S7, which is a drum processor. I don't know why it's not loading. Oh, there you go. You know, 50% on the amount, a little bit of air, and the punch setting, and I'm not doing much. It's just, you know, sending to have some impact there. And that's 50% of my drums is just this one loop, you know. I try to keep it simple. I didn't want it to go too deep into that. And then I got some hats here too. I don't know if it's gonna play in this part of the song, but the hats, let me see when they play. Oh, they play here in the beginning. You know, just giving some more movement. And for that hat, I'm just using like a kickstart to give more of a bounce. At 50%, it's not even like full on. Like if I put like 100%, it's gonna be too like, you know, start eating up all the notes. So I put like a 50%. Cool. My next element here in my drums is this other loop. Just a bunch of loops. This is a tambourine on the chorus. You know, also giving more layers and more speed to the drums. In electronic music, if you have that impression, at least in house music, and okay, I'm not gonna generalize, but it's my impression. Then on electronic music, when you perceive to be faster, it's a good thing. Like I'm on 125 BPM now, and it feels that it's faster. So I don't know. For electronic music, I feel that it's good. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm not gonna incriminate myself and say bullshit here on the internet, things that I don't know. But and then my last element is just claps, and that's pretty much it. That's my drum. My whole drums are just that. This is the claps. Pretty dry claps. I think I put like some chorus for, you know, widening, and yeah, mega wide chorus. That's what's going on there. And then when you play everything together on the drums, that's how it sounds. Check it out. Pretty, you know, pretty easy. I think I have like a filter kick here for some, yeah, when I'm using just the tops. But that's all. I think what else I have here? Yeah, just that top again. That's pretty much it. That's my drums. Bam. That was easy. Okay. If you guys have any questions, just please let me know. I'm currently live in like 5 platforms. I'm like on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. So just let me know. Let me know here in the comments. I'm kind of trying to check it out little by little, but let me know if you have any questions. If you guys like it, let me know here too. I really appreciate that. And yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the bass. The bass. Oh, went too hard here. The bass. It's another element that I try to go very, very simple. And I think I have 3 different basses, but it's the same sound, but as just layers, you know. I don't think. Let's just play and see what I have. Yeah, this is just the one note, just to give some, like, you know, counter with the drums. That deep house vibe, you know, like very sinister. Cool. That's one bass that I have there. What is this? Bass mid. See, I have things here that I don't even know. It's probably EQ'd, yeah. Yeah, it's just like notes accentuating the piano comments here, which I'm gonna play later. But this is not doing much. It's just that accentuating some part of the keyboards. And then when you come to the drop, that's what we have. So we have the deep bass, just very low. It's just like there to give some flooring, you know, with the kick. I barely can hear it. Yeah, it's just like to, you know, fill all the empty spaces of the main bass, which is the second one here. Like if we play from here, you know, it's just a counter bounce. Yep. And then I think I have the same thing here, again accentuating other notes, but on a higher octave. Yeah, see, it's like all filtered out. Just accentuating those. And then the very top is another octave up. Oh, actually, it's not an octave up, it's an octave down. And that's my bass. That's what's going on. And then when you play with the drums, that's what you got. Very, very cool. I mean, I think it's cool. You guys can let me know here in the comments. Nothing special on the bass. Actually, it's going to a bus channel here with some compression. I know I don't overthink these things, guys. I'm not a like mixer engineer. I'm a producer. I like to mix my own things, but you know, any mixing engineer would tell me like I'm doing 110 wrong things here, but I don't care. I'm also doing this. I'm adding this BX subsynth, just adding some harmonics and subharmonics. I love this plugin for that. I'm just doing a little bit. It's so easy to overdo in this plugin. You have to be really careful. And at the end, I'm just doing some kickstart again, just to bounce everything out. And that's my bass. That's what's going on. Let's move on to the pianos and synths. As I mentioned, like the synths are the main reason why I even started this song, right? I started this whole song because I was playing with this new idea of making a funk track. Not funk, a funk. I have to always go back because people are funk? No, funk. Why did they make a genre that has almost the same name, sounds the same as already existing genre? I don't understand. People are, come on, you should be more creative, guys. I don't know who invented that genre, by the way, but you could have come up with a better name. Come on, like the cowboy, the cowbell house. I don't know. So this whole track started because of this sound. Which is a cowbell synth, a cowbell sound from a like 808, 909 drum. I think it's 808. And yeah, I was experimenting. I saw like a YouTube video from a funk producer just playing with that or teaching how to make that sound, and I tried and I was playing with the melody, and that's how it came up. And I doubled with a octave down from the same melody, so just to give some more weight. And what else? I added some piano comments on top of that. very it sounded like Euro trance from like the early 2000s, you know, like Gigi D'Agostino and all those guys that were doing like that Euro trance time. I love that genre, by the way. I think that inspired me a little bit. And then what else I have here? I think these are my synths. What else? What is this here? Let's see. Oh, okay, it's the same thing but filtered. Yeah, and with a lot of reverb. And delay. Yeah, there's a lot of reverb. I think I used just a chroma verb. Blew me. At 5 seconds. Yeah, that's what I did. And what else? What else? And I have, what is this? I think it's the same thing. Yeah, but filtered and coming, you know, going up. Let me see. Yeah, it's with an automation here. And the filter is opening up until like it falls to the main guy. Open up. And then it falls to the open one. 10, get a game team. Cool. What else we have here? Oh yeah, I have a bunch of like atmosphere vocals from Oliver, just to give like some depth, some vibe. Yeah. Yeah, I love Oliver. Oliver is like one of the top producers, in my opinion. Like, if you go to Splice, half of the sounds that I have on Splice is from him. He's so good. I mean, if you know Espresso, it's from one of his loops, you know, Sabrina Carpenter. Look it up. It's 90% of the song. It's just one loop that he did. I mean, not taking, you know, the credit from Sabrina, but it's mostly his sound there. Yeah, I'm just using this. And I think I pitched it or something. And I'm just doing a very hard sidechain with Kickstart. Kickstart is one of my top used plugins, by the way. Very cheap. I think I pay like $30 for the full license. One of the best investments, honestly. Like one of the best plugins out there for any genre. Any genre. If you make, you know, if you make anything, it's one of the top. It's one of the top plugins, no doubt. But yeah, let's go back to our thing. Let's go back to the what's going on here. Okay. Okay, cool. Where is the let me just turn the chat box out because I want to be cool. Guys, are you guys enjoying the breakdown? Like, do you have any questions? I can always open up the MIDIs and instruments, because right now I'm just, you know, showing the final product, the final bounce. But if I go back, I can actually show the instrument, like the cowbell, for example. Oh, the cowbell was actually a sample. And this is the sample from Robotaki percussion cowbell. That's it. So if I play with it, you can even play it. Let's see. It's not. Oh. You know, I just took it to the sampler on Logic and play with it. And that's it. Pretty easy. Anything else here on the... What is this? Let's see. What is this here? Oh, yeah. So I also added this layer. There's two more layers here. One on the build, this build here. There is this loop dance. I really love this sound. It's like a synth arp, and I pitch it down one semitone. And I have this other. Oh, I also added silk vocal. This is a trick that Bradley Denniston from Radium Records taught me. Because, you know, I tend to add a lot of mids on my mix, on my productions. So there's no space. Like, I love, like, putting a bunch of stuff on the mid. And it just gets, like, messy, you know, because there's too many instruments on the same frequency range. So he taught me this little trick with silk vocal. Just, you know, like limiting the bands around like 300 just to take out all the muddiness from the instrument. So I'm doing that on the synth, and also like filtering everything below 300 just to give some vibe and not getting muddy, you know. So check it out. I also have this like freeze pad to give like this. Wow, where am I? What else we have here? Oh, we have more things here. Sorry guys, I'm like skipping a bunch of stuff. Yeah, basically I created this synth ping pong, which is the same with the same melody of the cowbell, but I like chop it off a little bit. And I think I ran through something. I think I ran through like some, yeah, shaper box. Oh yeah, so it's a Juno. I use this Juno migrating lead sound, and I ran through kickstart 100% and shaper box, when another plugin that I always use. And I did this like pan. I'm playing with the pan, so let me play for you guys so you can see what I'm doing here. I want to play just this one. If you're on headphones, you can hear better, but it's like playing like ding, ding. And it's kind of random because it's like 3/8 in a 4/4. It's so it, you know, goes to the left sometimes, goes to the right sometimes. And I wanted to have that randomness on that. You know, I don't want it to be too predictive. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you say that. Predicted. I don't know. Facts. Facts, my friend. On TikTok. Des on TikTok. Absolutely, man. I agree with you. And yeah, what else do we have here? We also have, I think from the synths, that's it. That's all I have from synths. Pads and pianos, yeah, it's all the same, but you know, with different vibes, with more, less reverb. And we're getting to the effects, and then we do the samples. But before, if you're not subscribed or follow me on whatever you're watching, please do. You know, I'm trying to do these lives more frequently, breaking down my process, sharing with you guys the little I know. I've been making music for now 20 years. The other guy just reminded me the other day. Yeah, I started playing when I was 12 years old, and tomorrow I turn 32. And it was a ride. Wow, 20 years. 20 years. Oh my God, I'm so old. I mean, I hope I'm making music until I'm like 200. So I'm dead. Okay, let's go back. So right now, on effects, I don't have much going on. It's just a rise up, like for the build up. Like very classic, like nothing crazy, just with a fade. Died. And then a crash for Yeah, interesting fact here. I use the crash as a riser too. So, I just basically reverse it. If you guys don't know how to do that, it's just on Logic Pro, super easy. And I don't know why it's not to like synced now. I mean, the song is out, so too late. But it should be like perfectly synced. But yeah, this is the original sound. It's just the Kashmir crash. That's why it's not connected. So it's just this crash. And what do you do? I'm going to do it live here for you guys. Look at that. So you have this sound, right? I'm just going to do like this. And then you click on it. And then if you're on, you probably have to go to YouTube to see exactly, because it's on the left side of the screen and I can't like move my cursor to there. I don't know why. If you guys that stream out there know if there's any plugin that does that follows your click, like to the camera goes there, that's what I wanted. I want a plugin that does that. And I use Streamlabs. If you guys use Streamlabs and have a plugin for that, please let me know in the comments. Please. I would love that. Because this way, I can stream on multiple platforms like TikTok and Instagram, and people can see what I'm doing across the screen. Anyway, let's go back. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to click on this, and then on the left side, you're going to open Inspector in Logic Pro, and then click here on Reverse. And bam, that's it, like it's going to play the reverse. And that's it. Like what I usually do for these, I just shorten it and create a fade. So it's more shorter, but that's all I'm doing for effects. What is this? And then, finally, what I have, the last two elements. And finally, the last two elements of my track is samples, vocal samples, what I got from, I think from Splice or something. And I pitch shift them. So this is the first sample that I got. Let me show you guys. Yeah, let me just play this.
Take me time, but eventually I'll get there.
That's it. Take me time, but eventually I'll get there. And like it's the whole story is just I started playing with that sound and all that, and sometimes you start things without a purpose, but the more I was doing this track and listening to this sample multiple times, I feel like this is like an affirmation for me, of keep going, like eventually you're gonna get there, you're gonna get to your success or the place that you want to be professionally with your music. And I hope that becomes like an affirmation for everyone that is listening to the song, like a motivation for people too, like just keep going. And the original one is sounded a little different. I think I pitched down like 2 semitones, so it originally sounds like this.
Take me time, but eventually I'll get there.
So weird. And it's probably like see like loop radio noise handheld voice. It's like a soldier or something. And I chop it up because there's more to the original sample here, but I chop it up. And so I pitched it down and I added a lot of reverb. Not a lot of reverb, but a little bit of reverb and some delay, and that's it. That's all I done to this. And it turns to like this. It turned out like this.
Take me time, but eventually I'll get there.
And the last sample is just like some woes and some ad libs. Also, I think I pitched it down because I think it's a woman singing. Yeah. So this one I pitched it a lot. Like I pitched 6 semitones. Listen. I think it's MK's. MK, yeah. If you guys know a little of house music, MK, Mark Kinchin, I think it's one of his sounds. Oops, sorry. It's one of his sounds. And I, pitched it down. So this is the original one. Listen it. Yeah, it's actually a woman singing. And I pitched it down, sounded like a dude. That's so cool. And that's it, guys. I have nothing else. I'm gonna play it back one more time for you guys, but before, let me just thank you all. That was amazing. It was amazing for you guys watching here. And yeah, and tomorrow's my birthday, so wish me happy birthday, okay? Because I get sad if no one wishes me bad birthday. Happy birthday. Again, thank you guys. I'm gonna play it back. You can listen to the full song eventually on my Spotify, WLL. Just go check it out, and I see you next time. Let's give hands and listen to eventually together. Let's go. But eventually, I'll get there. I like the song. Eventually. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll stream very soon, and that's it. That's all I have for today. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me whenever you're watching this, or I'll be very sad and cry. That's it.